I just wanted to jump on a chance to get back to the adventures that I took before. I'm still the same person that I was before my accident, that I can still have adventures, that I can still push myself. It's given me a sense of accomplishment and the path back to who I was and who I am. The same person before my accident, I just can't use my legs as well as I did before. I mean, there are definitely challenges, but the person hasn't changed. Just how I have to accomplish my goals has changed. I never let anything stop me before my accident, and that's how I want to continue living my life. I consciously, when I'm scuba diving, think about using my hip flexors or engaging my quads, because I not only look at this as an enjoyable adventure, I also look at this as a way to strengthen what I have and as essentially another physical therapy workout. And so while I'm taking in the beautiful scenery, I'm also thinking about how I can strengthen my core and my muscles. So it really is, you know, twofold in terms of being a great vacation activity, but as well as being a way in which that I can continue to strengthen my legs so I can, you know, get back as much motor control as possible. It gives me freedom. And being in the ocean, I'm able to fire those muscles in my legs that are starting to come back, and it's beautiful. Just being under the ocean, swimming around with the fish, looking at the coral, you really don't think that you have any limitations. A lot of the fear that people face when they first have this injury is the unknown of doing the things that we used to do, but now in a chair. And how do we navigate this life?
So the scuba diving trip was much more than scuba diving. It was really about problem solving and finding ways to be adventurous and live life to the fullest, even without the use of my legs.
It's accessible in some areas, but in some areas it's not. So I've really had to be creative and problem solve.
Sometimes you have to leave behind what holds you down. The path was really rocky, and at some point I just got stuck. And even with a free wheel, I would not have been able to continue. And I remember telling my friends, go ahead, I'll just stay here and wait. I mean, the view was pretty enough, but they just wouldn't leave me behind, and then carried me out of my chair to the cliff, and I just wouldn't have moments like that without people. Like, I shed a couple of tears, and it was just tears of joy because I was so grateful to be able to have that experience. Looking out across the water and, you know, just how high up we were, I was surrounded by people that wanted me to have that experience and who cared about me, and I just knew without them it wouldn't have been possible. When I look back at this trip, I think the one thing I gained was a renewed sense of pride and independence. I was always one to challenge myself, and I knew that I could always rise to that challenge. But with certain limitations now, I worry that I'm not the same person. But through trips like this, I'm rediscovering that person and just having to adapt to a different lifestyle to still reach my goals.